Hey, what's going on, guys? This is LyaR here, back again with another gameplay analysis. This time we're going to be looking at a gameplay submitted to me by this player here. His name is RFI, and they're going to be playing against Apex EU, which is one of the top European pro teams right now. And RFI's team is actually going to end up taking this map 2-1. So we're just going to be looking at how they could have improved on this side here, which is the good side, and they end up tying it 1-1. And let's just start out. We're going to talk about their breakout and their weapon choice. They have 3 submachine guns, 1 assault rifle, which isn't bad, but on this map I'd prefer teams to use 2 assault rifles and 2 submachine guns, as you can have one player here rotating around these pillars, picking up the spawn here and in this building, and then another player with an assault rifle at these concrete blocks or in this green building. So that's the ideal spawn trap, and then you want to have 2 people with submachine guns, up in their face, winning these close gun battles here, pulling the flag. But they are going to run 3 submachine guns, so we're just going to see how that works out for them here, as it looks like one of their players isn't even playing off the break. He took like a 5-second delay there, so he's just going to sit in the back of their spawn. And unfortunately, that's their player with the assault rifle, so they're not going to be able to get map control right off the break here. And the 2 people in the middle are going to get cleaned up pretty fast. And the player on platform does a very good job of not pushing up. He just holds his position here, and he's going to pick up a kill on Tommy, I believe. Yep, there he goes. And then you always want to hold the power positions. You don't necessarily want to push up, especially when your team has 2 down and all 4 members of the other team are alive. So you did a very good job there. And now what we want to see RFI's team do is push up the right side of the map, which he is doing. He picks up 2 kills, and then him and his teammate are going to push this guy in the back of the spawn and take him out. And then they're going to get this flag capture. So actually 2 of his teammates push middle, and they're able to clean up the players in the back of the market. So RFI's going to run this flag all the way home, and then we're going to see how they come back and regain map control after having everyone go back to their base. So right now they're just going to be playing defensively, which isn't a bad thing. But in this situation, I believe Apex has 1 or 2 dead, so there's really no reason to be playing this passively. You want to just push up and get control of platform again, which he is doing now. So he didn't take too long in defending his base, which is good. Some teams will sit in their base for very long, and will just think they'll have a comfortable 1-0 lead and just try and hold that for the rest of the map, when really you need to take advantage of this side of the map, because it is a good side. And a 1-0 deficit is not that bad to come back from, especially for the other team when they have the good side. So this would have been a flag capture here, but he gets outgunned, so I'm not going to harp on him about that, but that's one opportunity that they should have had. So right now, in my opinion, the game should be about 2-0 in about 20 seconds here, because that would have been a pretty clean flag capture. All they had to do was clean up Tommy, who was lurking in their base, which they did here. And we have Literalized pull the flag here. And this was another big mistake that I noticed. You had your team spawning in this room here, the B demolition room, and they were pushing up the platform. And Apex didn't have a single teammate on the side of the map, other than this player here. And Literalized decides to pull the flag and run it towards their spawn. Now, had he pulled this flag and run into green, or even ran it out here, this player might not have even hit the shot through the window, and they would have had the flag over here at least for his team to push up and possibly grab. But he runs it this way, and he's just going to get taken out. He's going to get shot in the back there, and they're going to get this return. So had he run this way, McGee might have missed his shot in this window, because you do run pretty fast through this window. He probably would have poked out the doorway and shot him in the back, but at that point the flag would have been here, and Neutralized had an assault rifle. He would have been able to clean up at least 1, if not more, members of Apex trying to get this return. And this may have been a flag cap. So next time, just be sure to communicate with your team and ask them, where they spawn, or even just look at your minimap. You don't necessarily have to ask them, but just see where the green triangles are and then try and run the flag towards them, because this could have potentially been another flag. And now RFI is just going to rotate back to his base. This team is doing a good job of rotating back to their flag. So I'm just going to assume that they are a pro-European team at this point. Their mechanics seem to be down pretty well. Just a few tiny mistakes that aren't enabling them to be beating this team by a greater number. And RFI is going to rotate back again, clean up this flag with the help of a teammate. And then he's going to do a really good play here of not getting the return right away. And I just want to let you take note of the map right now and where people are. The flag is down in this corner here. RFI is in this position here in a head glitch. And the rest of his base is completely open. So had Apex had a player, in the middle here, and RFI returned the flag and then pushed up street, this player here could have pulled the flag and just ran middle and they would have been able to do nothing about it. But with the flag here, RFI was able to defend it for a few seconds until he realized his team had cleaned up the opposing members. And then he waits for his team to respawn, and his teammate actually is going to grab the return here in a second. And then he goes back and pushes to the middle of the map, which is good. You always want to be spread out. Don't want to have too many people street. And now they are going to try and push to the right side of the map. Doing a very good job. They're going to clean up the middle here, clean up bottom plat, and you're going to have one member push to the right, and two more go to help him in a minute. And RFI does a smart thing. He tries to flank the opposing team while his team is pushing the right side of the map. But Apex, being a pro team, is going to expect that, and they were just able to clean him up from behind. And now at this point, RFI does a very good job of, well, he has a good idea. He doesn't do a very good job. He realized that he was the only person at his flag, and here's Gataga, who's going to eventually pull and score this flag. But RFI is going to rotate back, but he cuts through the middle and then rotates back after he realizes the flag has been pulled. And at this position, I want to rewind it to about here. When there's less than a minute left and you're up a flag and you have three teammates in their base and nobody defending your own flag, you really, really, really need to go back. You don't want anything last second to happen, which is exactly what is going to happen because he doesn't rotate back. So had he stopped and made a left-hand turn here instead of a right, he would have head glitched this possibly, and Gataga is just going to come around this corner, and that would have been an easy kill. And they're eventually going to get this flag as RFI stuns but loses the battle here. Gataga hits a pretty nice nade, and then he's in the head glitch, and he's going to win that gunfight. So Apex is just going to be able to clean this up, and it's going to be a tie game. And there you have it. It's going to finish up 1-1. Luckily for RFI's team, they do end up beating Apex on the other side. So I just want to take a look at, if you notice, I hadn't mentioned anyone ever getting in the spawn trap, and that's because they never did get in the spawn trap. Now, I don't know if the European players actually have the same play style as American players, but obviously Apex loses the other side, so perhaps the European scene isn't that comfortable with the spawn trap, and maybe that's not, how they play. They're just more up in your face about it and running around. But had RFI's team actually taken use of these spawn traps, this game, it should have been at least 2-0 in my opinion. They had, 2 attempts there where they pulled a flag, and I think at least they would have scored one of them. The one where RFI got outgunned, and then the other one where Literalize pulled it over here. But I never saw anybody push up to the right side of the map here with an assault rifle or sit over here. The only time I ever saw somebody push up with an assault rifle was when Neutralize pushed the hole in the wall and was able to get a kill, and that enabled them to get a flag capture as RFI was in green, and then they pulled the flag and was able to run it this way and capture it. But that was the only time that they had that I saw any pressure from the assault rifle player, and that's why you sometimes need 2 assault rifle players, because if the one guy gets taken out, it's really hard to take one of these positions, because here's McGee with an assault rifle posted up, and he's going to obviously outgun anyone with a submachine gun. Luckily, this player has an assault rifle, but most of the time you're going to get outgunned if they have an assault rifle. You have a submachine gun at these positions. So perhaps experiment with 2 assault rifles on this map. That's the only thing I can say to work on. Other than that, it was a good job beating Apex, but I think you could actually beat them a lot worse had you abused the spawns here. So that's it. Just leave a comment, tell me if it was good, bad, whatever, and I will try to improve for the next time. Bye.